is the real hero.
Yeah,
That's his day job.
He gets to
he
do
does
both.
Iron Man when he's bored.
Because Batman, his suit's kind of lame by comparison, Tony Stark, his suit just does everything for him.
That's true. Batman just got a cape and a belt and a hood with some pointy ears.
Yeah, he's still all tired and shit at the end of the day.
Notice how like they both have sassy English butlers. I mean, of course, Tony Stark's is a robot, but still.
But that's cooler.
Yeah, I guess so.
See, that's what I love about the suit. I didn't know this about Tony Stark. Tony Stark's suit will even tell him, "Hey man, you flying too high. You about to fuck up. You better go low." And I'm like,
it's got OnStar.
No, this is exactly why Corey relates to Tony Stark, because every time somebody tells him what he should be doing, he's like, "Shut the fuck up! I know what I'm doing."
Yeah, he could be wearing that suit at a party, be like, "Hey, 12 o'clock, that chick's checking you out."
Yeah, the suit comes with GPS, it's air conditioned. Probably got a wet bar in there.
You're about to chop and lower this thing, aren't you?
No, okay.
He can watch Sopranos while he's fighting.
Well,
crime.
Leon, I mean, I'm gonna take it. I don't want to belittle anybody else's knowledge of Iron Man, but you seem to probably know the most. Oh no, actually, who was it? You said he was in the Korean War, so you know the most. So,
unless he's wrong.
Okay, so by default, you should be the one to tell about the plot of this movie.
Oh, well, basically, Tony Stark, he's a rich industrialist, a wonder boy who's a genius at coming up with weapons.
Made his first computer at 4 years old.
Yeah, right there next to Bill Gates. Showed Bill Gates how to do it. So he's over in Kyrgyzstan or some Asian country.
That's a black chick's name. That's not a country. I'm sorry, but go ahead.
You can see Borat in the background. And he's over there demonstrating some weapons when suddenly they're attacked. He's taken prisoner and told, you must make these weapons for us or else we kill you. So he's like, yeah, okay, I'll make this weapon for you. But instead he makes an Iron Man suit, kills most of them, kicks all kinds of ass, and comes back saying, like, you know what? This changed me. We're not making weapons no more. We're going to do humanitarian things.
And from there, you have some industrial espionage.
Right,
because
his guy who took over the company for him when his father died, played by Jeff Bridges, Obadiah Stone. He's Obadiah Stane.
Yeah, Obadiah Stane.
Obadiah Stane. He's seems like a nice guy, a father figure for Tony at first, but by the fact he's bald and got a gray beard,
he's
that guy is
dude,
evil.
For Christ's sakes.
Not in this. He's not the dude. He is not drinking Caucasians. He's drinking martinis dry straight up, and you can tell he's a bad dude.
Wait a minute, go back and say it again. You can tell by the fact that he's bald and got a beard.
You can tell by the fact he's bald and got a gray beard that he is bad news.
Well, the ironmonger abides, man.
Well, see, that's what I liked about this movie. Everybody in this movie is a competent actor. I would say that I liked Batman Begins better than this, but they had that one loose cannon.
Sure.
And that was, what's her name? Tom Cruise, Slave.
I didn't think she was Slave.
She wasn't.
I didn't think she was bad.
No, she wasn't bad. But for some reason,
her role might have been underwritten, but she wasn't bad.
She was just in the middle of a lot of controversy.
Katie Holmes.
Katie Holmes.
Yeah. Who's now being played by Maggie Gyllenhaal in the new one.
Yeah. But everybody in this movie, I have no problem with the acting. They're all great. And the problem that I did have with this movie at first, where I said, man, this movie doesn't have a strong villain, because they had that one villain at the beginning who just all he did was turn around and look.
The generic Middle Eastern villain.
Exactly.
He just have an accent and I am kind of creepy looking.
Yeah. But when you found out that. What's
now
his name?
don't spoil
Obadiah
things.
Stane.
No, I'm just saying, when you found out that Jebediah Staines, who's played by Jeff Bridges,
Obadiah Stane.
Obadiah Stane.
Jebediah, Ebenezer Scrooge, whatever.
Yeah, he found oil in Beverly Hills.
I was
You
going
guys
to
are
say,
kind of revealing.
I'm just going to say, when I found out that Jeff Bridges had a bigger role in this movie, he was actually great. And I mean, he really, to me, I think he was probably one of the best people in the movie next to Robert Downey Jr.
Because they make this about having money in and itself is a responsibility to the world, right? It's kind of what if there's a moral center to this movie, that's what it is. Sure. Which is Obadiah Stane playing the side of, what most rich people are probably actually like, and Robert Downey Jr. in our little fancy liberal dream world, what they'd be like.
I'm going to wrap up. Well, let me wrap mine up, because I'm not going to say that much more. I'm just going to say that I had maybe some small problems with some very hokey parts in the movie, but they were far and few in between. But I mean, for a superhero movie, it sounds like it delivered on what all the fans wanted. And for a summer movie, I'm not going to complain. I mean, it was a lot of fun. I had a great time, so I'll give it full price.
I didn't even see any hokey parts. I mean, it was one part where I was like, I don't know if that would happen that way. But other than that, I thought, wow, talk about staying on point and never losing it like so many of these movies, do at some time. And I thought it kicked all kind of ass and delivered on everything I wanted. If I was to give this a rating, I would say This is the reason why we have the rating better than sex.
This I'm not going to go there, but as you well know, but you know. A large part of what made this so good is that they did such a great job with the peripheral casting. You got Terrence Howard as James Rhodes, as we know in the later story, ends up becoming War Machine, the other guy to wear the armor, and he's great. He's used perfectly. What's her name?
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Gwyneth Paltrow plays Pepper Potts, his secretary and personal assistant, who I find her annoying a lot of the time, but I didn't at all here. They just did it just right with her. Everybody's so good. Everything works so well. The suit looks so great, and yet at the very end. I'm not giving anything away. Just the final climactic fight, I felt could have been a little tiny bit more climactic, and that's a mild criticism at best. I was just like, really? That's it? Well, still, it was good. Let's face it, it's full price.
You know, the thing that I love about this movie is it is almost beat for beat RoboCop. It is this generation's RoboCop in the context of the story, where they're going, and where it ends up. Everything works just like that did, but it is geared more towards, you know, being a little bit more family friendly than that gory awesomeness that was RoboCop. I absolutely loved every second of this film. I got to give it a very, very strong full price. This is probably the most entertaining thing I've seen in months. I loved it.
Well, it's definitely that.
The scary thing
been a
is
shitty year up till now.
The scary thing is that, you know, thinking of all the giant mech robot Japanese licenses that are out there, when all those people have been holding on to those licenses, like, man, we're never going to get anybody to give us some money to make this movie. When they see this, they're going to go, green light, Robotech, 7 billion different offshoot crappy giant robot movies.
I'm just waiting for Bill Gates' ass to get out there and start fighting crime because he's got all the money in the world. You know, he's looking at Iron Man talking about, I can do that. Shit.
Dude, he can't even get an operating system to run right. You want him to build the world's most powerful
Can you
weapon
see it?
system?
Let's go.
You see him get out there to try to solve the world's problems, and he blue screens of death.
I was going to say blue screen of death, the hero.
Yeah,
All of a sudden he reboots. It's like, all right, I'm ready to go again. Fatal error. Fuck! Who designed this?
Yeah, you'll see his ass flying, and you'll tell him, you have a virus. No shit. Kaboom!
Well, it's better than being Steve Jobs as a superhero, where he flies around, everyone just ignores him. Goes, yeah, whatever, dude.
Wait, who the fuck installed Vista on this thing?
Yeah, you know Steve Jobs when he has the eye hero. Come and take that suit off, man. We know who you are.
Yeah, the problem with the eye hero is that it's planned obsolescence of 18 months.
Damn, boy, y'all are some geeks. Huh?
Corey will get that joke in 3 years. Hey, that was some funny shit. Planned obsolescence.
I have an Apple for 5 years, I must say. It doesn't work, but
those things they crash when you buy a new one, don't you?
It's hold up this table pretty well.
Yeah.